MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell found out his bank wants to close all 9 of his accounts, starting with Frank Speech, and he may soon be without a place to put the money he'll eventually be handing over to Dominion. Phone recordings reveal that Heartland Financial and Minnesota Bank and Trust don't want to be in the conspiracy theory business, and they made the decision to pull the plug on Tom Selleck's slow cousin before they're further associated with his $25 million dumpster fire website and Roku channel.
Brandon, because I don't about this Roku thing. So I go to my TV tonight, and where do I find Roku?
You already have a TV with Roku built in it.
So I got to go buy a little Roku box. So
choose that you want to add it to your home screen.
And where do I find Roku?
It's an icon now.
Tom Selleck's slow cousin is so out of touch with technology that he genuinely thinks fishing requires an actual pole and bait.
Night before the audit, everybody, they asked the guy, why did you delete this? We were making more worm on the servers. No, they weren't.
I have some hilarious new Lindell footage to discuss, and the MAGA tears thunderstorm continues, from the Oath Keepers getting charged to the latest and stupid from Don Jr., Hulk Hogan, Glenn Beck, Donald Trump, and more. The zero accomplishment runt spawn of failed President Donald Trump took to Twitter to champion frozen food heir Tucker Carlson. Tucker goes full savage? You have to watch. I won't ruin it for you. I took the time to reply to Don Jr. tweeting, the only part Tucker went savage was the delusional cell phone calling his conspiracy entertainment show for married cousins a news program. Want proper savage? Watch President Biden slam your defeated fake bone spur dad so hard that Don's doctor prescribed him a second diaper.
The CCP attacked our country. They came in, they used computers to do it. Is that so hard to wrap you guys' head around it out there?
The bank wants to close my accounts because I'm being crazy and spreading lies, so my solution is to be crazier and spread more lies.
This is cancel culture, everybody. This is what they're doing now. 9 of my companies today, the bank in Minnesota, or yesterday, decided you're going to close your accounts, Mr. Lindell. We don't want to deal with any of you or anybody like you.
The guy trying to cancel millions of votes is surprised that a private business doesn't want to deal with him.
I reached out to the bank, this is yesterday morning, and I said, I want to talk to Steve Bishop immediately. He's the president of the Minnesota Bank and Trust. Well, I said, this is Mike Lindell, it's an emergency. They put me on hold for almost an hour.
That's actually pretty funny because it was Mike's emergency, not theirs, and Lindell is known to put reporters on hold for hours. He brags about it often, so he's just getting a taste of his own medicine there.
This could be the best decision your bank ever made, or it could be the worst. This could be the best decision your bank ever made, or it could be the worst.
11 Oath Keepers, including their rat-beard eye-patch 1983 Nintendo villain Big Boss founder Stuart Rhodes, have been charged with seditious conspiracy in the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Boom. Pretty funny that the group with keeping an oath in their name are flipping faster than a line cook at Denny's. They're so off-brand, even Michael Cohen could join. Oath Keepers. Their title is about as accurate as Dollar Tree after the price hike or 7-Eleven's operating hours.
And everybody knew the MyPillow family. We were the American dream. We were the American dream, everybody, on steroids.
For a guy against vaccines, he sure loves needles.
We're not going to talk about the 2020 election. There's another reason you're not going to talk about Jesus Christ. There's another reason that you're going to not speak out for against the mandates. There's another reason. I can't bring up that my kid at 3 years old, they're making him wear 3 masks and take 6 shots a day. I'm not going to say anything because the bank might pull my bank card. This is where do you guys want to be Australia? I don't.
And again, why is American right-wing media trying to make out Australia one of the nicest countries in the world to be this police state wasteland? Does American Borat think Mad Max was a documentary? If you haven't heard by now, MAGA's latest treatment for COVID is in their bladder. They went from horse medicine for parasites to the starring beverage in Donald Trump's VHS tape. This is huge for Karens that can now do Facebook research while making their own medicine. Hold that pint glass steady for me. I gotta fill it up so I can chug it and own the libs. MAGA's so dumb they could get shipwrecked, find a fresh stream, and think it's a trick. Don't do it, Larry. The best beverage is between your legs, okay? It's a trick. It's a trick. God's testing us with that fresh stream of water. I think this is a good time to mention that I made these Let's Go Darwin mugs, and they've got my MAGAteers logo on the other side. So order one up if you want to support the show.
I dare you, shut down those accounts now that the whole world knows what kind of people you are.
I dare you. For a guy that didn't go to school, Mike sure loves the schoolyard talk. Like all the way back to the Cyber Symposium when he said that the people against him were playing for keeps.
Everybody call that thing. You do not close those accounts.
This is very confusing for your already confused fans watching. You've just dared the bank to close the accounts, and now you're telling your audience to call and tell them not to close it? The bank's in a weird position now, Mike. Donald Trump hung up on an NPR reporter 9 minutes into his interview. When Melania heard he lasted 9 minutes, she released a statement saying, "This is impossible," and then realized it was not a quote from a woman Donald Trump paid to sleep with, but from a phone interviewer he bailed on. No matter how many times MAGA talks about their broad-shouldered tough guy, the first sign of things getting a little bit challenging, he's gone.
What color is a red light? That's a tricky one. What is 2 plus 2? Well, it's not really fair to be asking me a math question while I'm on my iPhone because I can't answer and use my calculator at the same time. So if you want, I could have Eric or Don Jr. email you that response if that helps. What city are you calling me from right now, Mr. Trump? At this point, I think you're just being nasty.
Here's Mike's CFO on with the bank.
But just because of our organization saying, well, why are we connected with somebody that could be in the news? And but what if somebody came in and said, you know what, we are going to subpoena all his account records and this and that, and then all of a sudden we make the news. So it's more of a reputation risk.
They don't want to be associated with someone that's having their phone records subpoenaed by the January 6th committee. What happens next? I get what the bank's saying, but they're a bank. They're not exactly in a position to be taking the moral high ground.
Is that the account needs to be closed
this week for
this
Frank
week,
Speech.
by Friday, you're saying, or just by the end of, okay.
I would say within 7 days if you could, and if you would, then...
So here's the thing. They're giving him 7 days to shut down Frank Speech. But again, the bank is not going to shut these down. They're saying, you have to do it, Mike. You have to close the accounts. We're not going to close them for you.
Maybe they'll apologize to the country. If they want to come on the show, Brandon, apologize. Will you let them come on the show, on your show? Maybe they could come on Diamond and Sell, Stu Peters. Maybe they can apologize to the American people.
The heads of the 40th largest bank in the USA on Brandon House and Diamond and Silk to apologize to the American people has to be one of the most mental things that Dollar Store Burt Reynolds has ever said. Ever. This week, Hulk Hogan came out as anti-vax. Finding out Hulk Hogan is anti-vax is as surprising as finding out Hulk Hogan is bald. Whoa. Are you telling me that the guy who's spray tan and steroids held together by dyed mustache and a bandana doesn't believe in science? Get out of here. History's shown us if you always wear a bandana, you're bald. Tiger King Jeff Lowe, Bret Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Andre Agassi. Andre Agassi took the extensions and the bandana off after a year. Hulk Hogan, 4 decades, still wearing it.
If Mike Lindell gets indicted for what? Minnesota Trust Bank and Trust, indicted for what?
If the FBI comes sniffing and starts subpoenaing records, really?
What a couple of clowns. Glenn Beck went on Tucker Carlson to show that he's still rocking the QAnon Hugh Hefner evil Guy Fieri look and promoted his conspiracy theory book only to confess days later that he has COVID for the second time and that it spread to his lungs. So much for the natural immunity that the GQP boasts about.
I've been diagnosed with COVID, so I'm in quarantine in my house. I also started a diet about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm determined not to break it this time. The thing that has been helping me here is Built Bars. Built Bars, they are...
Yeah, instead of a free vaccine, get my subscription for protein bars. Listen to your doctor, not the round glasses creep show that calls his own book the most important book I've ever read.
The January 6th people being set up by the FBI, all of this, Tucker, this is the most important book I have read.
We don't stop them from debanking these 9 companies. Where does it end in our country? All of you out there, if they debank any of you, who are you going to tell? Who are you going to sell? You know?
Debank, not a real word. Mike is right, and you are a clown. MAGA tears. So what you're saying is Brandon got 80 million votes. Really, hold on, cue ball. You're headed for the side pocket. Your reality is a lie. MAGA tears. Shame on you. Not any truth here. MAGA tears. Oh great, I found where the Dumbo libs hang out. No thanks. MAGA tears. Why don't you get in the ring with Don Jr. for a few rounds? Dodd not think so, sissy. MAGA tears. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check me out on Spotify. I've played in 35 countries. I've done several theater and arena tours with Jim Jefferies. I have 3 albums there. You can stream them for free. That's a pretty sweet deal. Also, you can support the show by checking out my merchandise. You can grab an ABD, a Stoled, or a Channel mug. They go fantastic with those MAGA tears. If you want to have a friend roasted or congratulated, I do personal videos on Cameo. Thanks again for watching. Life's short. Have fun. Be cool. Be kind. Take care.